Okay, first installment of the No Hydraulic series, and this one's gonna be a doozy, just the series in general. So there are some hydraulic levels in this first world. There's the hydraulic tutorial, and then a few levels where we go over some boats. Yep, you can see nothing too crazy. So we're gonna skip straight to Bifrost Bend, the only level at this two sheep difficulty that has any hydraulics. These three actually don't. Not till later difficulties do the non-hydraulic worlds start having the occasional hydraulic levels. And I think the way I'm going to split this up, at least the way I'm doing it for this video, possibly for the rest of them, is we'll just do one difficulty per video. So it'll be all the hydraulic levels here, then all the hydraulic levels here, then this video is going to be tough. This one is too. Yeah. Okay, let's jump right in. Forced drawbridge. So this is the level where your roads are pre-placed. This one was actually really tough. What I ended up doing was making a contraption essentially just to have these four roads rotate down like that, and these four roads rotate down like that, and have a contraption that makes them fall slower. And then I spent forever grinding it down to be under budget. Literally, like, getting the last $100 off of this was a pain. It was like it's very tough to get this solution under budget. But the way this one works, so there's a stand here being held up. There are these two static joints bracing just this point here. And then there's this big arm that's connected to this. So this is going to pull this point down a bit, which is going to fling this up a lot. And this is also connected here, so flinging this up a lot is going to spin the hell out of this. And essentially, we're trying to just make it so that this small amount of movement, right, just to get from here down to here, requires a large amount of movement over on this side, because that way it slows it down more. It's basically like making a big long arm, but more compact. Kind of like a compact bow, I guess, or maybe a gear shift. Doesn't look like much when it goes. It's just, they just kind of move down, just not so fast. That's all. But it's actually very complicated to make this work. Let's turn off stress visibility. Get your butt. No hydraulics. And there's going to be a number of levels, such as this one, where I don't have any no hydraulic solution because the normal budget solution's already no hydraulics. Since the whole world is hydraulics, we'll just go through it. There'll be some like this that are just, go over the boat, go into the plane, do a little jump, those sorts of things. So this one, my budget solution, and they're also going to be a lot like this. My budget solution is this kind of a thing with this tiny hydraulic here. So my no hydraulic solution is a lot of the same blocks, and then just a big arm to lift this road up instead of the hydraulic. That's also going to happen a few times. And a nice little mechanical lock that bumps the ground there. Hey, bun. This one, another one where my budget solution is already not using hydraulics. Hey, bun. I have tried to do some amount of budget grinding on some of these no hydraulic solutions. This is a funny one. So this one would look like it's super intimidating for no hydraulics, since there's no hydraulic controller or anything. How are you going to make a bridge? But actually, you can just build a big thing underneath and you barely have to have any movement. It's just this tiny thing falls down and this tiny thing falls down. This one was actually really easy. And then getting it under budget was a bit tougher to shrink down this, but you can see I got almost $1,000 extra, so only a bit tougher. And then we'll drop these little things, which lets everything fall into place. Got a little road, so there's only one dude on it at a time to make budget shaving easier. No hydraulics. Oh, skip tutorial. Okay, here's one where my budget solution, we're already going over this boat, and you can watch this half of the bridge. Or maybe I changed some of that for the no hydraulic solution. These two are the exact same. This is the exact same, but I've got this trapdoor mechanism here. And this is the normal good way to make trapdoors. You want to have this whole portion be continuous roads. It's what a lot of people mess up, is they have too many of the roads separate. You make this whole thing continuous and just have one moving part here. I've got 2 roads as counterweights, so this is easier to lift. This dude goes across. Boat. This guy goes across to here. Then there's supposed to be another hydraulic phase or something. I don't know if there's another boat. And he continues across and then goes back up. And that's how the trapdoor is going to work. Keeps going. I don't know, it's when he gets to this reverse is when there would normally be a hydraulic phase. But of course, no hydraulics. Not even any split joints. And this one is below half budget. So yeah, some of these I tried to get them under budget. Some of them, if it seems possible, I tried to get them down to half budget. Some of them not so much. Oh god, this was another doozy. This one, you'll see this is very close to double budget. This one was very hard. This one was very hard. So we have hydraulic controller, which is nice. Without hydraulic controller, it's pretty tough to make use of counterweights and whatnot. But this car is going to go across. Then there's a hydraulic phase. Then the boat comes. Then there's another hydraulic phase, and then this car needs to go across and come back. So I need to start with my roads in the way, pull them out of the way, and then put them back. This one's real rough. So here's my contraption. And essentially what I wanted to do was, rather than have something that's going to take the roads and lift them up like a normal drawbridge, that's going to require a lot of counterweights to lift them. I wanted something where they just kind of slide out of the way and slide back in, because that would require much less in the way of counterweights. And that's what we've got. This whole thing here, these 2 arms and these 2 arms, will just kind of fold up. You push this point will move up a tiny bit. And it's just these counterweights yanking on, honestly, a very suboptimal spot to yank. And then we'll drop them and it'll slowly fall back into position. This one was very tough to get working because getting it for less than double budget is already rough, but that you can't go above double budget. You just have to get it working. And this part here is timed very specifically because we don't have enough time for these to fall into place and stop moving, so it's right as this is like getting there, his back wheel gets it just before it bonks back to the right a bit. And then the way back is actually free. The first time I got him going all the way to the right, he made it back properly also, because at that point these 2 are stabilized and in position. Hey, Bun. Bun? Are you stabilized and in position? This is one where we already just went under the thing without hydraulics. with a very fast car. Okay, keep on. This one we also already did with no hydraulics. Strange as that one is. This was the tow truck. So of course my lowest budget solution. Just load that one up. This was like first or second on the budget solutions when I made it. I'm sure people have figured out some way to do dangles. It doesn't count as a braking solution because you get to the lag before the boat breaks it. This one's pretty straightforward for no hydraulics. You can build roads, so we're just gonna go over this and drop all of these roads. I decided to brace them so we could get a no braking solution. But yeah, he's just gonna go over this one, and this is already like a normal way. Bun, Bun, stop eating my pockets. It's already like a normal way. You just go over that plane. You don't need hydraulics there. Hey, Bun, gotcha. And then he's gonna go over this side, and then we'll drop this during the hydraulic phase. We can't actually drop it sooner. There isn't a hydraulic phase sooner. Otherwise, we wouldn't need to bother bracing them. I could have easily gotten this for half budget by not bothering to brace those roads, but then it would be a braking solution, and I figured I'd rather go for non-braking than try to push half budget. Hey, Bun. Bun, you're very cute. Swales and sails, these last two bridges, the budget solution is already no hydraulics, just going over the boat, so yeah, that's the world. And it does not get easier from here. Polybridge 2, I think, was significantly easier for no hydraulics. This one we're using split joints. I could have gone for a no split joint solution to make like trapdoors, kind of like this one on the left. But I figured, it's already no hydraulics. I don't need to copy paste this over to this side to say no hydraulics, no split joints. I'm good with this. Okay, Bun. You can't really see him, but he's got a greedy face going. Cute. Laying on his back. That blue car is really fast, by the way. Gotcha, bud. Anyways, that'll be the world. I have no idea when I'll be done with no hydraulics for the next worlds. They're very tough. This world doesn't have that many hydraulic levels. This one, just the one which I already did no hydraulic, and then this one has a few hydraulic levels. These two, honestly, they might each be their own video. Or maybe these two will be one video, and this will be one video, and this will be one video. We'll see. Bun, do you want to say bye? You want to sit there and lay down? Okay, Bun. Licking his lips. Oh no. Just off camera, Bun. That was cute. That's my thumb.